Working from home sounds great until you get to the end of the day and realize you've got nothing done. Don't worry though, this video contains productivity cheat codes for working from home and stopping procrastination.
Okay, Chapter 1.
Part 1, time blocks. Ever wondered how Elon Musk, arguably one of the most productive people in the world, manages his time? Well, he splits his day up into tiny blocks of time, each with a specific task assigned. This helps avoid the effects of Parkinson's law, which states that work tends to expand to fill the time allotted to it. Basically, without a deadline, things take way longer than needed. So, here's what you need to do. Step 1, choose a task. Step 2, set a timer for 25 minutes and make sure you can see the countdown ticking down. Step 3, work on the task until the timer goes off, solely focused on that task and nothing else. Step 4, take a 5-minute break. Step 5, do that all over again, except after every 4 cycles, take a longer break of about 15 to 30 minutes. You're essentially doing work sprints, which means that rather than trying to work for many hours straight, which inevitably leads to procrastination, you do a sprint of focused work and then you take a break. Now, of course, Elon skips the break part and does 5-minute chunks instead, but unless you're trying to colonize Mars, that method I just laid out will be more than enough to get you absolutely crushing your work without getting burnt out. Part 2, environment energy. Did you know that the quality of your work, the level of your energy, and the amount of discipline you have is hugely determined by your environment? This explains why people trying to work from their beds or sofa almost inevitably find that their productivity drops. You need to craft an environment to work in that allows you to do your best work. So here's some quick fire pointers that are going to help you do that. Number 1, build an area at home specifically designed for work, a home office type setup, so that your mind knows as soon as you get there, you're entering work mode. Even dress in something a little smarter when you go there too, as staying in your pajamas isn't prepping you to do your best work. Number 2, make sure the workspace is tidy, but also have something that motivates you, whether that's a quote, picture, or reminder of your goals, something that's within your eye line in your workspace. Number 3, eliminate distractions before they happen. This means making sure the TV is off, blocking websites you procrastinate on, putting your phone on do not disturb mode, and even telling anyone around you that you can't be interrupted as you have something you need your full focus for. Number 4, change the environment. If your energy is really lacking, which is pretty standard by the time the afternoon rolls around, switch things up for an hour. Go work somewhere different. Simply moving can make it feel like a fresh start and top your energy levels back up. Part 3, plan ahead. One of the simplest ways to ensure you absolutely crush it each day is planning out exactly what you need to do the night before. This eliminates decision fatigue and wasted time where you're figuring out what you actually need to do next. It's surprising how much time and energy that zaps. Whereas if you have a list of exactly what tasks you're going to be doing and in what order, your day is already structured and mapped out so you can feel more in control and focused. The key is to order the day's tasks by most difficult first, as your motivation and energy is almost always much higher in the mornings than later in the afternoon. If you get that big, important task out of the way first, or eating the frog as Brian Tracy would say, you've already won the day within the first few hours. And the beauty is, when you have a task list for the day, as you cross each one off, you know the tasks are getting progressively easier, and you also start building more and more momentum. The satisfaction of crossing off task after task and seeing the list get shorter will make you feel good, and that's going to carry you through to the finish line. And when I say finish line, I mean the evening, as the very final tip for working from home is to ensure you still have some sort of work-life balance. It's really easy when working from home to blur that line and feel perpetually stuck working. So make sure once that task list is done, you give yourself some time off to relax so you're fresh to dominate the next day. And if you're looking for something to watch in the evenings, here's a few totally unbiased suggestions. Seriously though, as simple as some of these strategies are, they will work for you if you implement them. You've got this. Cheers.